My name is Matt Springett and I worked with Beam Camp 2 years ago. I'm an architect by training but get involved in all sorts of projects that involve the building of spatial objects, spatial conditions. And it was a real privilege 2 years ago when I made a rather arduous journey across the Atlantic through the hurricanes to arrive in New Hampshire to work with 80 campers on what was probably the most exciting 7 days of my professional career. What I admire so much about Beam is the way in which they embrace this idea of collaborative learning through making and through developing of other people's creative ideas. This not only enables individuals and companies like myself to develop and conceive of things which are fantastical, but it allows a group of people to learn how that might happen for themselves and actually learn, I guess, how to work together. In the 2 years since I've been involved, Beam is rarely out of my mind, but it's not the recollection of the frenetic kind of activity and things like that that go on, the late nights, the arrival, having not slept for 36 hours to then be swept up in the furore of the last 7 days of construction, but it's the quiet moments of reflection and the final piece that we made. So in these kind of fleeting moments, the quietness, the stillness, in some ways that was what our project was about, navigating dreams. But this idea of being away and being able to have quiet reflection, and I think for a lot of people that's a very special part of the Beam Camp experience, both in terms of the construction and making. Beam continues to be a reference point for me, and that's, I think, a really lasting thing. I hope that the campers who go away know that they've been one of a very small handful of people that have been able to work in that way, but for me it's really important. And I go away from Beam knowing that I've ultimately been involved in something very special. It's changed how I think about making spaces, how I might be more ambitious and what one can achieve in such a small amount of time with collaborative working with a group of single-minded kind of supportive people. And the age is kind of, it doesn't matter. So to anyone who's thinking of being a project master in this year and coming years, I can wholeheartedly recommend it and wish all of Beam, its campers, its staff, the best for this coming year.